So, the second part of my series on police attack dogs going wrong is based around a gentleman who was helping his older neighbor, a woman who had her cat, go across into a construction site. Now, way I was raised up, and yes, I'm a little bit older, you help your neighbors, especially if it's a woman needing the help, and you definitely don't have the cops sick an attack dog on you for helping your neighbor. Now, yes, it was a construction site and trespassing charges. I'm sure he would have gotten over getting trespassing charges for helping his neighbor, but he didn't deserve the treatment he got. So, I'm going to have a Substack link down below. No, there's no video of this. This is this is from 2015 when this happened. So, but stick around after my introduction and you'll hear about this attack. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. So, this is from KTVU Fox in California. A Half Moon Bay man who was bitten by a sheriff's dog while rescuing a neighbor's cat told a federal jury in San Francisco today that the ordeal was shocking and extremely painful. Richard May, 64, a retired sound engineer, is suing San Mateo County and Sheriff's Deputy Chris Laughlin over the attack by a German Shepherd named Riggs at a fence construction site where he and his neighbors had retrieved her cat on the evening of January 1st, 2015. He took the stand today on the fourth day of the trial of his civil rights lawsuit before an 8-member jury in the federal building courtroom of U.S. Magistrate Judge Laurel Beeler. He told jurors that the bites of the dog launched at him by Laughlin were extremely painful. As he fell to the ground and the canine continued biting his right leg, May said, "I was scratching and screaming. I was trying to escape in my mind. I couldn't believe what was going on." May, then 62, and neighbor Sharon Coster, then 73, had climbed over the 7-foot fence of the site with a borrowed stool and climbed up the scaffolding of an unfinished building to retrieve her black and white cat, Domino, from the scaffolding. Laughlin, who managed Riggs, and 2 other deputies were responding to a security company's report of an apparent burglary seen on the surveillance video. The county and Laughlin said the deputy launched the dog only after Laughlin ordered May to show his hands and drop to the ground, and May did neither and remained standing in the shadows. They claimed the deputy's actions were reasonable because Laughlin believed May might have been conducting a commercial burglary and might have a weapon. May contends he posed no threat and didn't hear any announcement from Laughlin until after Riggs started biting. His lawsuit is based on claims of unconstitutional use of excessive force, as well as negligence assault and false arrest under California law. It seeks compensation from the county and deputy for May's cost and emotional distress, as well as punitive award from Laughlin. May testified today that he did absolutely not hear Laughlin's alleged initial command to show his hands and drop to the ground. He said he saw dark silhouettes of the deputies about 100 yards away, assumed they were security officers, and stood still to await them. "I stayed right where I was because I was expecting a conversation," he said. As figures approached, the only sound he heard was a very loud guttural sound which I interpreted as an attack word, May told the jury. The dog immediately at full speed was running my way and began biting his leg. He said then he heard an instruction to get on the ground, and after he dropped to the ground, the canine continued biting. After handcuffing May and calling off the dog, the deputy summoned a paramedic who put antiseptic on May's injuries. He was then taken to a sheriff's station and interviewed about the incident before being taken to a hospital for treatment of his injuries. May testified the deputies did not ask him about his activities during the ride to the sheriff's station, but at one point he told them, "For what it's worth, it was just a cat rescue." He said after the interview, Laughlin took him to the hospital and once there, removed his handcuffs and put a sticker that said, "I met Riggs" on May's shirt, and then took a photo of May with the sticker. Laughlin then dropped 2 tickets on May's lap and left. May testified. The tickets were notices to appear in court for alleged misdemeanors of trespassing and resisting arrest. Later, however, the district attorney declined to prosecute May on those charges. Now, May would eventually win, I think it's around $1.1 million from the sheriff's department for this. So, yeah, this is one of those cases where the cops proved beyond a doubt by their actions why they were not doing their job properly. Now, where I'm from, I know a few people that have gone on to construction sites and they didn't get attacked by dogs. A cop, any cop, should have been able to go up and go, "Hey, what's going on here? You have an attack dog by your side. It's not like you can't release them after if the person runs off." Nobody sounded like this guy was running off. Plus, he was 62 years old. Do you really think a 62-year-old man's going to go running off? All they would have had to do was walk up and start asking questions. Now, if May heard the command to attack him, he would have heard the or heard the orders to get on the ground. Using a police dog in that manner causes people not to have faith in how cops are using the tools that are given to them. And that's one of the reasons why I am doing this series. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.